Hello everyone, this is Ethan and welcome to my channel, Brain Flux, where we believe that you cannot defy what you define. And today we're going to a bit of geography and we're going to, talk about weather. So the learning outcomes under this video are that it's supposed to define weather, describe the design of a Stevenson screen, and name the contents of the Stevenson screen. So let's go ahead into the video. So now let's talk about weather itself. So what is this term? What is weather? So weather is defined as the condition of the atmosphere at any given place at a given period of time. So what do we mean by this? I want you to look out your window, see what's going on around you. Are there clouds? Is it a clear day? Is it windy? Are the leaves just still? Wait, what's happening? Is it wet? Is it snowing? Is it raining? What's going on? All those elements are what actually influence weather, and the condition of your atmosphere, whether be it being hot, cold, rainy, snowy, windy, cloudy, all those things are going to be turned to as the elements of weather, and they only take place in the atmosphere at a given place in a given period of time. So now these elements of weather are actually measured and recorded at a place which is called a weather station. So a weather station is a place where you measure and record the elements of weather. Now weather stations need to record weather very accurately. And how do they do this? Well, the weather instruments needs to have what is termed to as good exposure. Good exposure. Now this good exposure is going to be like a place or maybe a location where they're supposed to be placed so that they can receive optimum amount of the elements that they measure. For instance, thermometers should be placed in Stevenson screens so that they can measure the shade's temperature of air. Rain gauges away from trees so as not to measure any, should I say, runoff from gutters, maybe branches, or maybe they might prevent or let's say capture some of the rainfall. And then wind instruments away from obstacles so that it doesn't influence with the direction and speed. Now there's one thing that you're supposed to note is that these things are supposed to be measured daily at the exact same period of time. So now we move on to the Stevenson screen. So the Stevenson screen is basically a wooden box in which thermometers are kept. It looks pretty much like this, and it stands at a height of 120 centimeters or 1.2 meters from ground level. It ensures that the shed temperature of air is measured. It has slated sides to allow free air circulation or louvered sides. Its roof has a double boarding, and this actually prevents the entry of the sun's heat. And other things which will improve the insulation is that it is painted white, so this reflects that radiant energy. Since it's white. And another thing is that it is placed on a grass covered surface so as to reduce the radiation from the soil surface. So now let's look at its contents. So the Stevenson screen contains what is termed to as a maximum minimum thermometer, or the 6C's thermometer. So this is going to measure the maximum temperature of the day, and this one is going to measure the minimum temperature of the day. Now the other thing is a hygrometer, or wet dry bulb thermometer. This one measures the relative humidity of a given place. So if you want to learn more about these, they're actually in the temperature video. I'll pin it down in the description below. And let's recap on what we've learned. So we've learned that the Stevenson screen is a white box at a weather station which stores thermometers, maximum, minimum, dry, and wet bulb thermometer, which has louvered sides to allow entry or free circulation of air. Another thing is that the airspace between between the two layers actually forms what is more like a blanket of of a poor conductor of heat, since air is a poor conductor. So if you want to learn more about weather, this will be continued. So just like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so that you won't miss out. So that's all I had for now.